It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got Juju Smith-Schuster. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Giants and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great. Not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now the first pass of the afternoon is complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25. The Cowboys at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 96 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. This fielded right at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Allen will try again on 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Bonds. This is caught. And he is out of bounds here. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches? Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot. You know what I would do here? You would always go for it. I'm one of those guys. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside the 20. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Allen to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Giants! Juju Smith-Schuster from 6 yards away. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. The drive there was spanning 3 plays. And it's kept off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, Bonds. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He dumps it off to Barkley. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. It just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Option play. Here's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bonds. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees the zone coverage, a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Straight ahead is Hall. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on a field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend on, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about to...
He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll try to run the option here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Paul on a give up the middle. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. To throw on second down. Bonds. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to run with Hall, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a two-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
On second down here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. 54 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Here's Hall again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll run with Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A first down carry for Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. From midfield, here's Allen. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Here's Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return to more after this break. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throw left side complete to Chase. This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Bonds. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll give to Hall. Down to about the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 39. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From just shy of midfield, Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Looking to throw on second down. Bonds. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bonds. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They begin with a run by Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Allen puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Being chased out left.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bonds eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way. But bottom line, they're still alive. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. One final try here for Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and we've got the Giants' rocket-arm quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Giants and the Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chauncey Golston.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Allen gonna throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. They'll run with Hall, and they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In close territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On the move to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week.
This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw. Bonds. And incomplete on the deep ball. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go out and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover that.
Touchdown, Cowboys! How about that? Their quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly was lost. There was no doubt.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Now they're a little further behind the 8-ball after the interception led to the touchdown. So a 2-score deficit here, 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Allen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. Excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, Bonds. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They run it with Hall off the option. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. And he's got it. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with Hall. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So that runs up a 7-play drive on total. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Allen. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. Throwing now is Allen. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. A little throw, but incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And New York set to take the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Cowboys have recovered. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before his ball? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, Allen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now Allen. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Allen again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. Throwing is Allen on third. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they can come out looking real sharp in the second half.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Bonds. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He's going to keep this again. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain an 18-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Up the middle with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. To the air, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Allen from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Man, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
To throw on second down. Bonds. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back to throw. Bonds. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. But Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Bonds finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. And forthcoming a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He gets this one to Burks. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Allen now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Allen to throw once more. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A disastrous loss there on 1st and goal on the sack. Sets him back big time.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. One final try here for Allen. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and a receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
Option play, here's Hall. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And New York set to take the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Hammond. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And again, it's Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Allen's throw there complete to Myers. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Now Allen, gotta have this one. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Now Hall to start the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Dallas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Takes it at the 7. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago.
17 carries, 66 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On 1st and 10, Bonds. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Doug Costin.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And some space to move right away as he's hauled away up to the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st down, Bonds. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Great coverage there. Holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Off play action. Bonds. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
On third down, Bonds.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Hall again on second down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Operating from the gun, Bonds.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back to throw. Bonds. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll decide to keep this once more. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. He's going to try and take off with it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's going to try and do this himself. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Hall ought to give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's Hall again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on 3rd down. Bonds. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2nd and 3. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop the throw. That is caught. And he's brought down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Looking to throw. Bonds. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Bonds. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it is now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Pass midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 28-0. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
All again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And that's Elliott, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Here's the option play now to the left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Cowboys open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run from the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll set up a throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Back to throw here. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, this is McCaffrey. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bonds. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bonds. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Ball again on second down. They find some open field here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
6 yard line. First and goal at the 6 yard line.
Back to throw. Bonds. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 42-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rolling to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second down and 8. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Option play, here's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hall again.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Cowboys.
Ready, check.
Straight ahead is Hall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. Third down.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Cowboys sure-handed tight end. He had a week off last week, now ready to get moving again after the bye. It's the Cowboys and the Lions on Sunday night primetime.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and... The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
Here we go. First down, Detroit.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
All again on 2nd down.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jamar Chase.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Taken in at the 3.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the 1st half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are on a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down. Bonds. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Bonds.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Burrow looking to pass. Right side to Williams. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He's going to keep this again. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Back to throw. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake. Bonds. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards, the final tally. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Bonds. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Let's go, baby! Get him up! Make that catch! Keep it going home!
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving and past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Nickel went right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know to get after people.
Offensively, they're not finding some answers right now. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Bonds. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive at time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yards to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Bonds. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's taken to the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Bonds. And that's Elliott. Complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fielded just outside the goal line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Collins. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Cam Akers, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we'll keep the Florida theme going as we head north to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. James Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
For you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Bonds. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Hall.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Breece Hall.
With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
The try here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5.
He will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington, the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slip.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Hall again on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll go again with Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a give to Hall. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Looking deep for Elliott. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's going wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
So here come the Lions now. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow under pressure. They got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And out now come the Cowboys. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's got room. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A handoff for Hall. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Cowboys, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.